everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Cora, and today we're going to be taking a look at my repeat offenders list for skincare. My second bottle purchases. Now these are some of my favorite products. This is my second, third, or fourth bottle, so you know I really love it. On my channel, I cover skincare, fragrances, and I sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle. I do tend to spend a lot of time on my experience with the product before telling you what the manufacturer says you should be experiencing or smelling or feeling. The consumer's voice is really important to me. So if you want a tatted up, blue-eyed skincare enthusiast telling you what to test out, keep watching. I mean, I'm not really telling you, I'm just showing you some of my experiences. First up, we have Midha's Nice to Meet You. It's Rice to Meet You. Rice brand scrub foam. This is probably my fourth bottle. Not gonna lie. Careful, if you go on Amazon, it's like $22. I'm definitely getting mine from TJ Maxx. I use this in the mornings and evenings, and it's a gentle cleanser, so it's not gonna over exfoliate your skin, not gonna irritate it. It does come with this kind of opening. Ooh, you see kind of gunkies, because I've been using it. When you put this on your face and start to scrub gently, I love the texture of the foam. It's coming out as a cream with these little beads in it, and the beads, as you scrub, kind of break open and exfoliate the skin gently, but it's not abrasive at all. I love this because I have oily skin, and it helps me make sure I really clean my skin without stripping it. You know how on some cleansers, it does such a good job that once you dry your face, you get this like astringent feeling, like this does not do that. This does not strip your skin. After I wash my face, it feels clean, but it feels like there's a layer of moisture or hydration that got inside the skin while I was cleansing it. Keep in mind though, I do take off my makeup with a hemp pad, just like a reusable hemp pad. I'll sweat it with water and wipe off my makeup. Then I'll go in with this, the double cleanse. This really doesn't smell like much. I wouldn't even say it smells like rice. It smells like a really mild starch. It doesn't even smell like soap. It reminds me very faintly of bread. This is like a very faint bread smell. It's very neutral though. My nose interprets it as neutral. I would be shocked if anybody was like offended by it. This has 34% rice bran. So it's a lot. And then it has Midha's Rice 8 Complex. I keep coming back to this because I live in an incredibly dry climate. So while I have oily skin, I constantly have to moisturize. This really helps with my skincare routine because it gives me that moisture after I cleanse. I can feel I've already got some moisture in the skin, and it feels nourished, and it feels even like a little more plump, if that makes sense. The packaging is really smooth. The packaging is really easy to hold, fits really well in my hand cap, no problems, and I unscrewed it earlier to smell it. I would say that the packaging, the thickness of the plastic is very high quality plastic packaging when compared to American brands. I love this. There's a whole line of Midha products. I'm afraid this is the only one I've tried so far. I'll definitely be taking a look at the others down the line. Okay, we did a cleanser. Now let's talk about one of my favorite serums. This is the Pacifica Clean Shot Serum. I don't even know if they call it a serum on their website. This has got niacinamide, zinc, and hemp. This has got some lemongrass. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what it means when it says zinc and hemp 10% complex. I don't know what that means. I use this after I cleanse and tone. It's like my third step. I started using this because my skin is acne prone and I wanted something that would be nourishing to my skin and then kind of see if that helped with the little bit of blemishes I was getting. It's really easy to smooth into your skin. Very smooth when it goes on, very silky, and it takes about probably 2 minutes to dry completely. It does lightly smell of grass, not gonna lie, just very light fragrance. The packaging is pretty standard. The droppers really easy to use. This is my second bottle. I really love this. For me, this gives me an extra dose of skincare that is good for my oily skin. It doesn't clog my pores when it dries. It's not overly heavy, but I feel like I got something, I have seen clearer skin since using this consistently, but keep in mind I'm using it with other products. I have like a cleanser, a toner, and then this would be step 3. I'm all about the scientific method, so if we're going by that, it's really hard to tell what exactly it is that helped kind of clear up my acne. When I'm using this, I was also trying to drink more water at the time. My skin did seem healthier after using this. I had to consistently use it probably for about 5 days before I noticed the difference. The coloring was a little bit healthier, but this doesn't have any color corrector or anything. Yeah, maybe it was the combination of the skincare regimen, but I'm really sold on this. I have really struggled to find this product in stores, so I've often used Amazon. Even on Amazon, sometimes it's hard to find. Even on the Pacifica website, this specific one with the lemongrass is more and more difficult to find. As of today, it's not even on the Pacifica website anymore. So there's that.
What is this about? We telling you about a product, you can't even find it, can't even buy it.
What kind of bullshit is it?
I'm just the messenger boy. I'm just telling you the repeat products, my second plus bottle. I think I paid about $14 for it when I did buy it. Totally worth it. Next on the lineup is an eye cream. This is Glam Fox Double Effect Eye Cream. This has retinol and collagen, and this was one of my first forays into Korean skincare. Not gonna lie, and I know I'm second time doing it too in this video, but this is gonna be hard to get your hands on too. It's hard to find on Amazon, hard to find online. You can find it on eBay. This is from TJ Maxx again. The reason I love this is because it's a lightweight eye cream that I can wear during the day. I do try to only put it on at night though, because of what I've heard about retinol becoming potentially deactivated in sunlight. And even though I'm not outside a lot during the day, that's something I need to do more research on. But what I love about this is how lightweight it is and how easy it is to blend into your skin. It feels really nourishing. The packaging, kind of like with the Midha packaging, is higher quality than your average packaging with plastics, at least here in the United States. This does smell slightly perfumey. It's like a generic cold cream kind of smell. And I definitely keep it in the refrigerator, so when I put it on, it's especially cooling. This really helps keep my under eye makeup from creasing. When I look for eye creams, I'm not looking for like a magic bullet that's gonna magically make my under eye circles go away. I'm more looking for something that's nourishing, something that's gonna keep my skin from getting dry and flaky under my eyes, and something that's gonna help me blend in concealer a little better. And this does all of that. I think I paid between $8 and $12 for this. Definitely worth it. All right, we're moving on to the moisturizers. So sticking with Korean skincare, I have Skin Ceremonies Retinol and Vitamin E Day Cream. I love this stuff. This is my second or third bottle. I also keep it in the fridge. This just smells wonderful. It reminds me of the Glam Fox eye cream. It has this light perfumey kind of smell, kind of almost like a cold cream would, but it smells rich. It smells like a richer cream. One of the things I love about this, I use this every day before I put on my makeup, or rather before I put on the primer for my makeup. I love this because of how nourishing it is. A little bit of it goes a long way. It makes my skin feel more plump and feel more hydrated, more moisturized. And it's more of like a medium consistency, really smooth, incredibly silky, not thick and chunky, blends in incredibly well and keeps me moisturized all day long. This really helps me. I remember I really struggled before to find like a medium kind of texture day cream, and this one really is checking all the boxes. Before I got my hands on this, the creams I was choosing, just like generic creams from Walmart, from Target, testing out other stuff at TJ Maxx, it was just too light and the moisture wasn't carrying me throughout the day. I live in a really dry climate, and although I have oily skin, staying moisturized is something I have to think about every day. Drinking water, staying moisturized. What's really sold me on this is having that phenomenal skincare base before I put on my makeup. And it's thick enough, it's like a medium thickness texture. It's so silky and smooth when you put it on. I keep it in the fridge, so it's especially cooling in the summertime. The packaging feels more extravagant than it cost. It feels richer than what it cost for sure. I paid, I think, $7 for this at TJ Maxx. On Amazon, it goes for $10. It's heavy. The bottle is glass and it's weighted. The cap is plastic. Screw-in lid, never a problem. I'm really sold on this. I'm actually about to buy my third or fourth bottle. All right, time to add another face cream to the mix. This one is by Shea Moisture. I love this. I think this is my fourth or fifth bottle, truly. This is their African Black Soap Balancing Moisturizer with tamarind extract and tea tree oil. I use this as a night cream because the climate I live in is so dry. I tried a couple other night creams. They were too light. And even this one I wouldn't consider for a night cream. It's still like a medium kind of texture, but this one is really thick and rich and perfect for a night cream. I use this because I want that extra dose of moisture that can sink in overnight. I certainly get about 7 hours of sleep a night, so plenty of time for this to sink in. At first appearance, it looks like a really thick white body cream, and it smells like tea tree oil and a little bit of cold cream kind of mixed together. Not gonna lie, it does sting slightly when I put it on my skin, but it goes away literally after probably 5 to 6 seconds. It's funny because on the package this says lightweight. This lightweight moisturizer keeps skin hydrated while balancing oily to combination skin. This is the thickest facial cream I've ever tried. I really like it. It's packaged in a glass jar with a plastic lid. Before I was using this, I really struggled to find a night cream heavy enough so that I didn't wake up with dry skin. I really struggled to feel like, hey, I'm getting something out of the night cream more than I would be out of a daytime moisturizer. After I started using this, I noticed that I wake up and my skin is glistening, that I've definitely gotten all that I could out of the nighttime regimen. Before I started using this, I wasn't trying to use anything to target my oily skin during the day. Of course, I would just use a compact powder puff and take care of any midday T-zone, but I wasn't using any skincare to try to target it. After I started using this, the occasional acne I would get was much easier to manage. And this is the only skincare that I have that targets my oily skin. After using this, I don't use anything specifically for oily skin. This is a winner for me because I feel like it gives me the best of a heavier night cream while also targeting the oily skin component. This is about $13 on Amazon. Not gonna lie, I've had a really hard time finding it in stores, both at Walmart and Target. It's just been really hard to find. Last but not least on the lineup, I have Soap & Glory's Smoothie Star Body Lotion. I love this stuff. I first got it at Walgreens like 6 years ago. It has cocoa butter, shea butter, and coconut oil with almond and vanilla. So two things really sold me on this product. The texture. This texture is phenomenal. It is just thin enough to get through the pump, but it's thick enough to last you all day. Really struggled living in a dry climate, finding a lotion that is not going to dissipate quickly, finding a lotion that really works for all day, where it's going to give me that all day moisturized feeling. Many lotions I've tried have been so thin that after I put them on, within a couple hours, I feel like I could reapply. With this stuff, it is thick. It's not like a body butter consistency, but it's getting kind of close. Like I said, it's just thin enough to get through this pump. The texture is rich, and not gonna lie, it is a touch waxy. After all the skincare I've tried over the years, this does have a little bit of a waxy feel. I'm not quite sure what that is. It does take a minute to rub into the skin, not gonna lie. You have to massage it into the skin for a bit for it to completely absorb, and perhaps that's what gives it its all-day moisturizing impact. The scent is very pleasant and mass appealing. To me, it leans a little more towards almond, but the packaging says there's almond and vanilla. The packaging feels like your standard plastic packaging here in the States, but I do believe this is manufactured in the UK. This did cost me between $14 and $16. I had a really hard time finding this, even at Walgreens where I initially found it like 6 years ago. It's hard for me to find this specific scent now, where I end up getting it off Amazon. On Target's website, they say that they carry this, however, finding it in store is really difficult. What keeps me coming back to this is the performance, the texture, and the scent. Love the almond fragrance. I love the texture. Like I said, the all-day moisture is pretty hard to argue with though. Definitely gonna keep coming back to this. I try a lot of skincare products. Most of them I only try for one bottle and then I throw the packaging away or recycle it. I'm not out to get another bottle. So what stands out to me is that I love these products enough to buy a second, third, fourth bottle. Hope these reviews were helpful for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.